I'm Wongster 1970 and today I'm going to be installing a replacement starter clutch in my 1983 Honda Shadow VT 750C. Let's get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is try to lean this bike over to that side, to the right side a little bit, without it falling over. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do now that I have supported is I'm going to remove the foot peg. Yeah, it says 15. Hopefully it's not real tight. 14. See if this will loosen it. Okay, now I got the nut out of there. This is a 10mm bolt. I'm going to take these two bolts out. They are 10mm also. These two bolts come out, but what I want to do first is get a piece of cardboard so I can mark where I take these out from. I'm going to take this cardboard, I'm going to kind of try to line up where these go. That'll be clutch. Okay, let's see if I can get these lined up. Put a pan underneath here just in case. Let's try a 5. I'm going to get my plastic mallet and see if I can tap it loose. There's really no place to grab a hold to pull it. See if I can knock this loose. You don't want to pry on the case. If I want to save this gasket, definitely don't want to be prying on it. No, I tore it. So I'm going to have to get a new gasket. Looks like I sealed that up down there, which is good. That's where they have a tendency to leak. Disconnect. Get this out of the way. This should come out, I think. I thought it was labeled outside, I guess not. This gear looks good. Like that. And I gotta take this off. Let's try this. Oh, I must have broken this already. Okay, this is a flywheel puller that I picked up from, I think I got this from Amazon. It is Motion Pro. Part number X0010DD0S8. This is a 1.5 thread. Here's the tool. Came with some grease to put on the threads. I'm just going to pour some on here. With any luck, I might be able to just tighten this up enough by holding this in place, maybe getting a wrench on here, and I can knock the whole thing off without having to use the impact gun. So let's try it. I'm going to be using this big adjustable on here. Try to hold it in place, and this is a 7/8 of an inch socket. No, not moving. See if it'll take it off, hopefully. Yep, right on. There's our flywheel. We have a one-way clutch in here. And maybe. There you go. Okay, we'll put that starter gear on. I don't really think this one was any worse. Should back in. I should be able to put these gears back on. This is a T40 impact Torx, supposedly. We'll see if they'll take these out. Should be everything. Should come off. There we go. Oh yeah. Wow, that's bad. Okay, I'm going to clean this up with some of this super clean. And it's got a rotation arrow on it. Well, that's interesting. There are two marks on here where these were lined up before. I'm just going to put that back that way. Like that. See if it lines up. Looks pretty well lined up. I'm gonna have to clean these bolts up and put some Loctite on them. Okay, I've got the bolts all in here, snugged up, well, flush. I'm going to make sure that I have the clutch on the right way. So I'm going to sit it on there. There is no key in here. Okay, I'm going to put the battery in and test it to make sure I've got it going the right way. Okay, I can't squeeze in the clutch. Let's see. Nothing. See if I can get up to 100. Close enough. I'm taking each one of these bolts out. putting some of this Permalock blue thread locker on it, medium strength. Hopefully getting that back in there without too much of a problem. Find the torque specs on this, I'll be right back. Torque specs are 13 to 18 foot-pounds or 18 to 25 newton meters. Definitely good. 15 foot-pounds. This is the stator gasket I'm going to be installing as part number 25-101. Rick's Motorsports Electronics Inc. I picked this up from OEM Cycle off of eBay. Part number 25-101. So I'm going to be installing some of this ultra red RTV sealant on the backside of the gasket and then putting it up against here to help seal it. Part number for this is 81630. So I'm going to get that installed and I'll be back. Right down here, this is prone to leaking. Got a problem with the leaking right here on my 700. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the sealant up across here. I've already sealed it back in here from before. But yes, I'm going to seal right here with some of this and then put the gasket over top of it. Now I've got the gasket coated on the one side. I'm going to hopefully put it in place without catching anything. That's a trick. There isn't much room between this and the stator cover, or the wire for the stator. And the gasket is very thin at the bottom. I had cleaned up the entire material, or the entire surface, with acetone. Make sure that the surface was clean of oil. This, oh great, the washer needs to go down below there. It's going to be tight. This gasket, this O-ring down here has been leaking. I'm probably going to have to get a new seal for it. But I'm going to use it for now like that. Okay, I got the tab straightened out on that. And there's a groove in here that this fits into. So now, I'm going to try to get this gasket on, or get this side cover on. Hopefully without any issues. Now we're on. Should use a plastic mallet to knock it on, but it should be good. Okay, I'm gonna try to get these back the way that they came off, the stator cover bolts. I think that one went there. I need to get an Allen wrench to get them started. I was correct. 6 to 9 foot-pounds or 8 to 12 newton meters. I'm gonna be tightening them to 7 foot-pounds. There we go. Okay, we got all those. I gotta tighten up these two bolts here and these two here, and that should be a 10 millimeter. Tightening these two to 7 foot-pounds, or yeah, 7 foot-pounds. That's good enough for me. Okay, got to put this on, put the hydraulic clutch back on, and then I'll take this gasket. And then there's 3 bolts here. One of them should be longer than the other one, than the other 2. Okay, got that. I need the shifter, which should be a dot on the end of this. It'll line up with here on the shifter itself. Try to take the bolt the whole way out. Pretty close. That is a 10mm. Should be good. 7 foot-pounds. This ain't gonna go anywhere. Just need to get this back on. A wrench. Okay, the foot pads, foot peg is a 14mm. Okay, that is all together. I'm going to run the stator wire back up through here. There we go. Just have to get the battery back in there. I've got the battery back in here. I'm going to hook the positive in first. I'm going to prop the nut up with that. Okay. Just bolting down here. And the stator on. Right there's an 8mm. 5/16. And then I got the 10mm here. I'm about to go get the 5/16. Got the 5/16. Tighten that down. 2 more wires we got here. Okay. Well, that'll do it for replacing the one-way starter clutch on the Shadow VT750C. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and stay safe. Thanks for watching.